Imagine holding a seemingly ordinary nickel in your palm, one that looks virtually identical to the millions in circulation, yet this particular coin could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. These aren't just coins, they're time capsules of American history that happen to be worth a small fortune. Today, we're exploring two of the most fascinating error nickels that continue to elude collectors and might just be hiding in your spare change jar or coin collection. The 1971 no-S-proof Jefferson nickel and the 1979 Jefferson nickel with a remarkable double die error, both extraordinary treasures masquerading as everyday pocket change. Let's start with the 1971 no-S-proof Jefferson nickel, a coin that represents one of the most significant minting errors in modern American coinage. The early 1970s were turbulent times for America. The Vietnam War was raging, the Apollo missions were landing on the moon, and deep within the San Francisco Mint, someone made a mistake that would create numismatic history. Proof coins, as many of you know, are special presentation versions of coins struck specifically for collectors. They feature mirror-like fields, frosted designs, and exceptional detail. Since 1968, proof coins minted in San Francisco have carried the S mint mark, distinguishing them from regular circulation coins. But in 1971, something extraordinary happened. A small batch of Jefferson nickels was struck without the crucial S mint mark. Now, this wasn't simply a weak impression or a filled die, the mint mark was completely absent from the die used to strike these coins. The error occurred when the mint prepared the working dies for the 1971 proof sets. Someone either forgot to punch the S mint mark or used an unmarked die by mistake. What makes this particularly remarkable is that proof dies undergo multiple quality checks before production, yet somehow these unmarked dies made it through every inspection point. Only between 1,655 and 2,000 of these error nickels were produced before the mistake was discovered and corrected. But here's what makes this story even more fascinating. All of these error coins had already been sealed in proof sets and shipped to collectors before the mint realized its mistake. The error wasn't discovered by mint officials but by eagle-eyed collectors who noticed the missing mint mark. When examining a potential 1971 no-S nickel, you'll want to look closely at the obverse, or front side of the coin. On standard 1971 proof nickels, the S mint mark appears just below Jefferson's portrait, to the right of the date. On the error coins, this area is completely blank. The coins still have the unmistakable proof finish, mirror-like fields and frosted devices, but no mint mark whatsoever. What's particularly deceiving about these coins is that at a glance, they look perfectly normal. Unless you're specifically looking for the mint mark, you might never realize you're holding a 5-cent piece worth thousands of dollars. The devil, as they say, is in the details, or in this case, in the missing detail. The value of the 1971 no-S nickel has climbed steadily over the decades as collectors have recognized its extreme rarity. In average proof condition, these coins regularly command $1,000 to $1,500. But in perfect condition, with no handling marks or imperfections, they've sold for much more. At a 2019 auction, a specimen graded proof 68 by PCGS sold for an astounding $13,200. That's a remarkable return on a 5-cent investment. The most recent auction record came in 2022, when a particularly pristine example graded proof 69 by NGC brought $15,600. That's over 300,000 times its face value. And experts believe the ceiling may be even higher for truly flawless specimens. What makes this coin particularly appealing to serious collectors is its status as both an error coin and what we call a condition rarity. Because these were proof coins, they were handled with care from the moment they left the mint. This means many survivors remain in exceptional condition, creating fierce competition among collectors seeking the finest known examples. An interesting aspect of the 1971 no-S nickel story is how it fits into a pattern of similar, no-S proof errors that occurred at the San Francisco Mint. The 1968 no-S dime, the 1970 no-S dime, the 1975 no-S dime, and the 1990 no-S penny all share similar origins. Together, they form a fascinating subset of modern numismatic rarities that many advanced collectors pursue. The 1971 Noes nickel, however, remains one of the most coveted of this group. I've had the privilege of examining 3 genuine specimens over my career, and I can tell you that the quality of these proof coins is truly exceptional. The mirror fields have a depth that seems almost three-dimensional, and Jefferson's portrait exhibits frosting that creates a stunning cameo effect. Despite being error coins, they represent some of the finest craftsmanship from the San Francisco Mint. The condition of these coins dramatically affects their value. While even impaired specimens, those with hairlines, fingerprints, or other minor damage, still command 4-figure sums, the premium for pristine examples is substantial. A coin graded proof 65 might sell for $4,000 to $5,000, while the same coin in proof 68 could bring 3 times that amount. This steep condition rarity curve makes these coins particularly appealing to investors as well as collectors. But beyond their monetary value, these coins tell an important story about the human element in coin production. Despite all the quality control measures at the United States Mint, human error still occasionally creates numismatic treasures. Each 1971 Noes nickel serves as a tangible reminder that even in our age of automation and precision, mistakes happen, sometimes valuable ones. There's a fascinating psychological aspect to hunting for these rare error coins as well. Imagine the excitement of a collector in 1971 opening a standard proof set, purchased for around $5, and discovering this valuable error. That moment of discovery, realizing you found something both rare and valuable, is what drives many collectors in our hobby. And it continues today, as some of these proof sets remain unopened in collections or forgotten in attics across America. If you believe you might have one of these rare nickels, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a reputable third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1971 Noes nickel has been counterfeited, usually by removing or polishing away the S mint mark from regular proof coins. Professional authenticators can detect these alterations through microscopic examination. One last note on the 1971 Noes nickel: its rarity is compounded by the fact that many were likely never recognized as special. Some collectors who received these error coins in their proof sets probably never noticed the missing mint mark. Others may have noticed but not realized the significance. And undoubtedly, some of these valuable coins were eventually broken out of their original packaging and spent as ordinary pocket change. This means that the actual number of survivors could be significantly lower than the estimated mintage. So the next time you're examining a collection inherited from a relative or sorting through a jar of old coins, pay special attention to those 1971 proof nickels. That missing S could be your ticket. Within the annals of numismatic lore, an unassuming 1979 U.S. nickel has quietly transcended its ordinary origins to become a beacon of mystery, history, and unforeseen value. The story of this coin begins in an era of economic optimism and technological experimentation, when the U.S. Mint was striving to meet the demands of a nation in transition. In the final months of the 1970s, as the country braced for a future defined by innovation and occasional missteps, the Mint's production lines churned out coins with precision and care. Yet amid the clamor of modern machinery and strict quality controls, a momentary lapse in die alignment produced a subtle, almost imperceptible doubling of select design elements, a mistake that, unknown to its makers, would soon alter the coin's destiny. This error, a gentle overlay of impressions along the coin's intricate relief, went unnoticed by many and was easily dismissed as an inconsequential flaw. In a process renowned for its exactitude, the slight misalignment was not enough to hinder the coin's function, so the aberrant nickels were released into circulation with no fanfare. Overlooked by the casual observer, the error quietly nestled itself among the multitudes of flawless coins, its significance masked by the sheer volume of production. Yet beneath that unremarkable exterior lay a secret, an accidental inscription of history that would eventually captivate the most ardent collectors and experts alike. The journey of discovery began with a dedicated enthusiast who had long nurtured a passion for uncovering the hidden narratives of coinage. With a collection that reflected decades of careful study and personal devotion, he approached each coin as both a work of art and a fragment of the past. One afternoon, while methodically inspecting his array of 1979 nickels, his practiced eye caught a detail that set his heart racing. There, amid the familiar contours of liberty and the embossed mottos, was an almost ghostly duplication, a second, fainter impression that traced the lines of the original design. It was not a glaring defect but a delicate echo that transformed a common piece of currency into an object of intrigue. As he held the coin between his fingertips, the collector's mind raced with questions and quiet excitement. How could such a minor deviation be overlooked for so long? Was this an isolated incident or a rare phenomenon hidden in plain sight? Each measured glance under his magnifying lens deepened his fascination. The error, subtle yet unmistakable, spoke of the inherent imperfections that can arise even in the most meticulously controlled environments. In that instant, the coin shed its mundane identity and assumed a new role as a silent storyteller, its layered design a tangible record of both human ambition and the unpredictable nature of mechanical production. As whispers of the anomaly began to ripple through numismatic circles, the coin's journey took on an added dimension. Initially, the error was noted by only a few connoisseurs who appreciated its quiet uniqueness. Yet, over time, as more collectors confirmed its existence, discussions about the coin's provenance and technical peculiarities ignited with fervor. At regional coin shows and in intimate gatherings of like-minded enthusiasts, debates flared over the origin of the doubling effect and its potential impact on the coin's overall aesthetic. What had once been dismissed as a trivial mishap was gradually recast as a significant marker of rarity, a singular flaw that elevated the humble nickel into the realm of coveted artifacts. Parallel to the growing recognition of its historical significance was the dramatic evolution of the coin's monetary value. Initially, the error had little effect on its worth, hidden among the vast numbers of otherwise standard pieces. However, as the story unfolded and details emerged from long-forgotten mint records, the coin began to command a price that far exceeded its face value. Auctions that once saw modest bids transformed into battlegrounds of intense competition, with collectors eager to stake a claim on a piece that carried both the weight of history and the thrill of discovery. Each successive sale added another chapter to its legend, with fluctuating bids that hinted at a value as unpredictable as the error itself. Over the years, the coin's worth surged in tandem with its growing mystique. What had started as a minor curiosity blossomed into a phenomenon that defied conventional valuation. Enthusiasts and experts, poring over the coin's minute details and comparing it with its error-free brethren, began to see in it a layered narrative of success, miscalculation, and accidental beauty. The interplay of light on its dual impressions created a visual texture that was both unusual and arresting, offering a tactile reminder that even in the realm of precision manufacturing, chance can play a decisive role. Each auction and private sale further underscored the notion that sometimes, a flaw is not a defect at all but a doorway to a story that is as compelling as any celebrated masterpiece. The physical characteristics of the error itself soon became a subject of deep fascination. Under magnification, the overlapping impressions revealed a complex interplay of shadow and depth that was absent in standard-issue nickels. This unintended layering seemed to imbue the coin with a three-dimensional quality, as though the error had breathed an added dimension of life into its design. Conjectures abounded among collectors. Some posited that the misaligned die was the result of an experimental process briefly introduced during a period of technological transition at the mint. Others believed that the error was a serendipitous accident, a one-off event that perfectly encapsulated the delicate balance between human error and mechanical precision. In either case, the double detail came to symbolize a moment when the boundaries of conventional minting were inadvertently blurred, leaving behind a relic that was as enigmatic as it was rare. Then, in a twist that deepened the coin's already intricate narrative, further investigation into the mint's archival records revealed that the error was not entirely accidental. Documents uncovered years later hinted at a brief experiment in coin production, a deliberate, though ultimately aborted, attempt to incorporate a new technique designed to enhance the coin's durability. In the rush to innovate, a miscommunication between design engineers and production staff led to the use of an unapproved die configuration. The result was a nickel marked by a faint but unmistakable doubling effect that no one at the time could have anticipated. This revelation recast the error as a byproduct of audacious experimentation rather than a mere manufacturing slip, adding an unexpected layer of historical significance to the coin. In the quiet solitude of his study, the collector marveled at the serendipity encapsulated in the battered metal disc now resting in his hand. Every imperfection, every doubled line, was a silent testament to a time when innovation and error walked hand in hand. The coin had journeyed far beyond its initial purpose as a tool of commerce. It had become a repository of stories, a tangible reminder that even the smallest deviation from perfection might yield an extraordinary legacy. As he gently rotated the nickel between his fingers, he could almost hear the echoes of mint workers, the hum of machinery, and the quiet murmur of history unfolding, a narrative that defied easy explanation and embraced the beautiful complexity of chance. Thus, the 1979 U.S. nickel error endures not merely as an anomaly of production but as a living chronicle of an era defined by both ambition and imperfection. Its evolution, from an unnoticed mistake to a prized collectible of inestimable worth, reflects the unpredictable interplay of human ingenuity and mechanical fallibility. In the delicate interplay of overlapping impressions, collectors and historians alike find a reminder that the passage of time can elevate even the most modest objects into symbols of extraordinary wonder, where every flaw is a doorway to a story waiting to be told.